Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. It's October 27th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiu. Adelle Caballero, so she's watching the Rose and Rails as we start off a brand new week. Storm 24's LaRosa here with today's forecast. Man, we're feeling it already.
Yes. Settled into that October chill. It's cool, crisp, lovely out there right now. Visibility is good. It's great for being out on the roadways too, nice and dry as we look at the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. But yeah, we've got that seasonal chill in there. Some areas down in the 20s for the last few hours, including Chester at 26 degrees. Newburgh, you're at 30, with Mount Kisco at 34 degrees. Tarrytown, 36. Fairfield, you've dipped to about 38 at this hour, with Hoboken now at 47. You can see Morristown, a chilly 28 degrees. Belrose, you're at 42. So it'll be another dry, bright sky kind of day, but it stays cool. By 10 o'clock, 47 degrees, only about 53 through about lunchtime. 55 will be our high, and we'll be close to that heading into the early evening. 6 p.m., by the way, the sun has set at that point. We'll see temperatures start to dip into the low 50s. All right, 6:01 right now. Adele, what's slowing us down?
We've had a lot. We've got a pretty good number of things that we're juggling around right now. If you are heading onto the major Deegan Expressway southbound side over by 230th Street, you've got a couple lanes closed off here for a crash. Already starting to see a solid ride through the area, so you're going to need some extra time through there, or you can make your way over to the Bronx River Parkway, Henry Hudson, or Route 9 instead. BQE eastbound, this has been out there for a while. Over by exit 30, 2 lanes still closed off for Flushing Avenue. Stop and go traffic back to about the Belt Parkway merge, and the Turnpike southbound inner roadway still closed off for accident investigation work by the Garden State Parkway, exit 11. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you.
So, Marie LaRosa is looking at the weather on this Monday morning.
Yeah, looking nice right now. Kind of that quintessential fall crisp in the air. We have temperatures today just into the mid-50s, and then tomorrow is still in the 50s, but more clouds. You can see where we're headed by Wednesday. It's not just clouds. We start to see some showers, result of our big storm system that they're watching for the end of the week, or the middle to the end of the week. We'll talk about the impacts and how much rain we're looking at coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Still ahead, Linda.
If you're making your way onto the Turnpike southbound inner roadway, all lanes still shut down by exit 11 for the Garden State Parkway because of investigation work. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to help you get around it and give you an update on that crash coming out of the Bronx. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the inbound approach to the Lincoln Tunnel. If we can get a look at it, we'll take a look at it in just a bit. But we are going to send it back to you, Darlene and Michael.
Thank you, Adele, and you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be right back.
40 inches of rain.
I mean, that's an incredible amount, Maria. It's hard to recover from for so many communities.
It's going to be a long time after, unfortunately, every superlative that you can use with this storm. Historic is one that comes to mind. Never a Category 5 hurricane making landfall in Jamaica as far as the records that I can check, and certainly not in October. If I'm going to put one positive spin on this, the hurricane force winds extend out about 30 miles from the center, so relatively small, but it is an impressive storm. It has not moved very much. Another fascinating part of this storm and how it's developed, there's warm water here for sure, but it's incredibly deep. And whenever you have a big storm system sitting over the water, it churns up and cools the sea surface. But this hasn't happened because the depth of that warm water is incredible. It is slowly moving to the west at 3 miles per hour, 160 mile per hour maximum wind. So we still expect this to make landfall by tomorrow morning as a Category 5 storm, and then on to Cuba, here to a major hurricane landfall by Wednesday morning, and still hurricane Category 2 strength as it comes across the Bahamas. Still a hurricane as it approaches Bermuda later in the week. So Bermuda will have to contend with a forceful hurricane as well. But we've been talking about some of the impacts, storm surge, obviously. The rainfall forecast is incredible. You've been talking about how many feet of rain potentially here. Yes, easily, locally, up to 40 inches of rainfall. Jamaica has peaks of 5,000 plus feet. So you can imagine with that much rain coming down, the high risk, of course, of landslides. We'll be watching that unfold the next 24 hours. Closer to home, it is clear, it is quiet, it is crisp out there. We've got 45 right now at Central Park. Low humidity. It is really dry. So we're going to enjoy some blue skies here. 50 degrees by 11 a.m., 55 through 4 p.m. That'll be our high. It's quiet and cool heading into tonight, but obviously the time frame that we're watching for all of that to change will be on Thursday. That seems to be our stormiest day with the wind and the rain. Those gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour, not just Thursday, but into Friday. Still looking at the potential for several inches of rainfall. Fine-tuning where that low sets up is key. As you can see, potentially one model showing as much as 3 to 4 inches of rainfall across parts of our area. So we'll continue to watch that closely. Again, today, kind of clear, cool, and crisp for October. 55 for the high. We'll get down to about 43 degrees overnight tonight. Really, Thursday, kind of our one big rainy day. Then after that, it dries out. We'll see mid and upper 50s, dry skies heading into the weekend and next week. All right, 6:17 now. Adele, how are things looking out there?
Still a bit of a slow go here. BQE eastbound over by exit 30 of Flushing Avenue. We have been watching a crash there. It was taking out 2 lanes, but we do have Chopper 4 alive over the scene, and it looks like it's actually just cleared out from the roadway there. We are still seeing some delays, though, going back to about the Belt Parkway merge. So you are still going to need to tack on some extra time for your commute there. We will keep you posted on it. We'll let you know when all of those delays start to fan out. You can already start to see some more movement through the area, so definitely a plus. If you are going to be making your way a little further north, though, Major Deegan Expressway southbound, we've got a stalled car by exit 10, 1 lane closed off. You've got delays heading back past exit 11 and heading into New Jersey here on the Turnpike southbound inner roadway. All lanes remain shut down over by exit 11 for accident investigation work. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you so much. The job market is tough these days. People are struggling to find work. And in that, scammers are looking to take advantage of that desperation.
Yeah, that means sometimes those job offers, they may be too good to be true. Here's News 4 consumer reporter Linda Vaquero with a Long Island man's cautionary tale.
Everybody, it is 6:30 a.m. on this Monday, October 27th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here looking at some issues on Long Island right now at this hour. Storm Team 4's LaRosa is here, and she says, wear your coat or jacket.
Well, the good news is not anything that's like crazy.
That's good. Right. No,
yes,
it's not.
right. No
But that
records.
first time of the season, you feel it.
For sure. And it's so dry that it's just adding that cool, crisp kind of feel to the air, which right now you get a beautiful view from. Chopper 4, we love you guys this time of day. What a crystal clear, like high definition, of course, with the very dry air in place. It is chilly. We have Morristown down at 27 degrees, Caldwell at 35, Ozone Park, you're at 46, Battery at 47. Lots of 20s out there, too, from Poughkeepsie and Sussex, with Newark now at 41. So we've got the clear skies, tons of sunshine. We're not going to warm up a ton, just like the last few days. 55 degrees will be our high. That's what we'll find at 4 p.m. Maybe a few clouds heading into the evening, but once that sun goes down now, before 6 p.m., by the way, we'll very quickly slip into the mid and upper 40s. All right, 6:31 right now. A few brake lights on the Staten Island Expressway, Adele, one of many.
Yes, one of many. We're going to head further east right now into Suffolk County, LIE westbound. Over by exit 66, this crash has been out there for quite some time, and even at this time, it has been causing some pretty heavy delays through the area, so give yourself some extra time through there. Then on the eastbound side here in Nassau County, heading into the Northern State Parkway, the off-ramp, exit ramp to the Northern State is blocked off for police department activity, so give yourself some extra time through there. You also have those westbound rush hour delays picking up, and the Major Deegan Expressway southbound by exit 10, 1 lane closed off for a stalled car. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you very much. 6:32. It is Monday morning, and now to Decision 2025. And the race for New York City mayor, early voting off to a strong start. More than 164,000 ballots already cast in just the first 2 days. Today, New York's Tracy Strahan's in Hell's Kitchen now with a clock 34. Right now, the government shutdown set to hit a critical point this morning, with key SNAP benefits set to run out on November 1st for millions of Americans. Food banks across the tri-state area are bracing now for the impact. Today, New York's Gabi Acevedo's in Washington. Coming up right now, LaRosa with the school bus forecast.
Yeah, time to get to everybody up and at 'em, and it's a chilly start, refreshing, but yeah, we've got some temperatures below freezing, right about 44 in the city. Tons of sunshine for lunch and recess, but we stay in the 50s. And dry skies through the next few, but keeping an eye on our bigger storm by the middle to end of this week. We'll talk about impacts and rain total forecasts coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Still ahead,
heading into onto your rails right now. Subways, your 4, 5, 6, 7, NQ, and Staten Island Railway. We've got delays coming up in a few minutes. We're going to break down what that commute is going to look like on the roads for you, too. Here's a peek out there now onto the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. Darlene, Michael, still a tight ride, and that extends through your Lower East River crossings.
Thanks so much. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. Welcome back. 644, looking at lake success early on this Monday morning. It's a cool 45 degrees out in the city. Well, now to heartbreak for football fans. The death of former Jet star center Nick Mangold due to complications of kidney disease.
NBC News' Stephen Romo has a look back at the 41-year-old's legacy and how he's being honored. 47 right now. Maria's got the Gatorade Ice Blue map up there.
Yeah, ice is the key word there for sure. It's chilly out there, not setting any records, but definitely feeling the fall feels still. We've got 45 at Central Park, down to 28 in Sussex right now. Poughkeepsie are at 29. Islip now at 42, but it's going to be gorgeous. What a nice little sunrise preview there from the Staten Island Expressway. It stays cool today, 50 degrees through 11 a.m., but tons of sunshine. We'll see 55 through 2 o'clock. That will be the high for the day today. Remember, sunsets now before 6 p.m., so temperatures do drop pretty quickly. We'll be in the upper 40s through 10 o'clock. We stay dry through tomorrow. Wednesday, we start to see more clouds, more showers. The time frame for our big rainmaker this week still focused mainly on Thursday, so that's the good news for not just the marathon weekend, but sandwiched in between that, of course, Halloween. But here's what we're looking at. Two big areas of low pressure showing the two different versions of it from the American model and the European. You can see some difference. The European, a lot more lines there. That's showing a lot more wind, but potentially a lot more rain with the American model. So we're still kind of fine-tuning that potential. And the latest runs coming in, and that American model really wants to give us some flooding rainfall here, showing as much as 4+ inches of rain, but obviously the opposite with the European model. So that's one major detail that we'll continue to fine-tune. Just know that Thursday is not going to be fun with those gusty winds on top of it. All right, let's talk about Hurricane Melissa. Historic hurricane underway here, Category 5 as of the latest advisory, 160 miles per hour. This is going to continue as a Category 5 approaching Jamaica's coast by tomorrow morning. That would be a record landfall, never having a Category 5 hurricane on record in Jamaica there make landfall. But we can't discount too that a major hurricane expected to make landfall here Wednesday morning for Cuba, and still a powerful hurricane as it comes through the Bahamas later in the week. And in fact, by Friday, potentially a 90-mile-per-hour hurricane for Bermuda. So we'll be in the short term focused on Haiti and Cuba and, of course, Jamaica here heading into the overnight. For us, though, it's quiet. 55 degrees, tons of sunshine, a nice October evening, down to 43 degrees. And we kind of do it again tomorrow, 56 for the high with sun and clouds. Still kind of a real mess here that's on tap for Thursday. Wind and rain, temps in the 50s. Should all be drying out for the weekend. In fact, don't see any big rainmaker beyond Thursday, even into next week. All right, 649, Adele, what's going on out there?
We've got a lot going on, actually. If you are heading a little further east here, LIE eastbound, the off-ramp is closed to exit 38 for the Northern State Parkway for police department activity. We've got delays picking up both ways through the area there, so definitely give yourself some extra time. Major Deegan Expressway southbound by exit 10 for 230th Street. A stalled car still blocking a lane here. Delays heading all the way back past exit 11. And if you are heading into New Jersey, ongoing in accident investigation work here closes down all lanes on the Turnpike southbound inner roadway from exit 11 down to exit 8A. Outer roadway is open, so just head on over through there and you should be just fine. Heading inbound at the Holland Tunnel, we do have delays trickling in here specifically from the Turnpike approach. Give yourself about 20 to 25 minutes. And if you are going to be driving around today, keep in mind alternate side parking rules and meter rules are in effect citywide. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you, Adele. Everybody, thank you for streaming with us. It's Monday. It's October 27th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gorgiou. Adelle Caballero is here tracking the start of our work week commute to work and school. And Maria's looking at how much the temperatures have dropped.
I know. It's chilly out there. We have areas that have been in the 20s since overnight. So it's definitely frosty, but you can see it's clear. Once again, really, really dry air. We've dropped anywhere from 10, almost 15 degrees as far as 24 hours ago in comparison. So grab that jacket. But the radar is quiet. The satellite is clear. We have 44 at Central Park, 27 in Sussex, 40 in Islip. Freehold also down below freezing at 31. So temperature-wise, not going to recover a ton. We'll see 55 degrees as our high. We'll get there about 2 o'clock. And then remember that sun sets before 6 p.m. now, so temperatures do drop pretty quickly. We'll be in the upper 40s through 10 o'clock with fair skies. Another chilly start to the day tomorrow. All right, 7:01. If you're streaming live with us right now, Adele, what's the latest?
Latest is we are seeing delays, a lot of them with your rail. So we do still have to get through this commute. Coming up in a bit, we'll let you know what the commute for the day ahead is going to look like. Heading out the door right now, your 4, 5, 6, 7, NQB and Staten Island Railway. You can expect to see delays onto the rails right now. If you are heading onto your Metro North or LIRR, they're good to go. New Jersey Transit, though, your Maine, Bergen, North Jersey Coast and Northeast corridors, you can expect to see delays all throughout today. That's because of ongoing track work. And then on top of that, your PATH trains, Newark to World Trade Center, Journal Square to 33rd Street, Hoboken to World Trade Center, and Hoboken to 33rd Street. You've got delays. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you, Adele. Emery LaRosa is here looking at our weather, but also watching that as well.
Yeah, we have to have our eyes on it for sure because, we're focused on Jamaica for good reason. It has a Category 5 hurricane bearing down, but also from Cuba, the Bahamas and beyond. So we'll take a look at that latest forecast. As for us, yes, really quiet. It's chilly, but look at where we're headed by Thursday. A big storm bringing us the wind and rain. We'll fine tune some of the impacts as we see it right now coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also coming up.
And we are watching a full closure here. Turnpike southbound inner roadway shut down from about exit 11 out to exit 8A for ongoing accident investigation work. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know what your commute is going to look like for the day ahead. Here's a live look outside right now onto the Grand Central Parkway by LaGuardia Airport. You're watching Today in New York.
Maria, this is like skating weather.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's nice to maintain the ice in weather like this, right? And just cool enough that you sort of feel that festiveness happening. It's quiet right now on the rink, of course, getting everything ready for the tree, which arrives in less than 2 weeks, which is just incredible. But yeah, we have some nice, cool, crisp fall weather ahead for us. Starting off chilly, some of us below freezing this morning. We'll see temperatures just about 52 degrees by noontime. Lots of sunshine, not too many weather headaches for us. We have 55 for the high. That'll be the case by 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then once the sun sets, which is before 6 p.m. now, we'll see those temperatures drop pretty quickly into the mid and upper 40s through about 10 o'clock. It stays dry tomorrow. We start to see the chance for some showers by Wednesday, certainly the clouds. Really still focused on that Thursday time period for our next storm system. Still some details in the strength of this area of low pressure, exactly where it sets up. You can kind of get a visual of the differences here between our two models. But where I think it really breaks down to the big difference being rainfall potential. You can see the American model, a lot of rain potential with the latest run showing as much as 4 to 5 inches of rain. The other model, not so much, maybe 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. So those are the details we're going to fine tune, but we get the gusty winds and at least the rainfall. So, Thursday is going to be a pretty tough weather day. All right, got to talk about Hurricane Melissa. We'll get another advisory by 8 a.m., but Category 5 hurricane, max winds of 160 miles per hour. What's just remarkable, as always, we have the fine men and women of the hurricane hunters. This is tracking another hurricane hunter set to fly through the eye of the storm to get much needed data. Just amazing to think that there are people flying in the eye of this monster here. It's still expected, as of the latest forecast, to make landfall by tomorrow morning as a Category 5, but a Category 3 major hurricane making landfall in Cuba. And we now have those hurricane watches for the Bahamas. They're a Category 2, but still in through Bermuda, something to watch through the end of the week. So today it's quiet, 55 degrees for our high. It'll be a chilly start to the day tomorrow, down to 43. Pretty much the same here as far as temps go throughout. With that rain on Thursday, that may be it. Looks dry into the weekend and early next week. All right, let's get an update on the delays and slowdowns, Adele.
Yes, it's been a busy one out there. We're going to start things off here with our rails. First up, as a reminder, New Jersey Transit, your Maine, Bergen, and North Jersey coast through the remainder of this week. Actually, you can expect to see potential delays there because of ongoing track maintenance. As of right now, if you're heading out the door, Northeast corridor, you are seeing some cancellations, so double check those timetables. And your PATH trains, Newark to World Trade Center, Journal Square to 33rd, Hoboken to World Trade, Hoboken to 33rd. Expect to see delays. New Jersey Turnpike southbound inner roadway is closed. Exit 11 down to exit 8A. Stick to the outer roadway instead, and alternate side parking rules back in effect for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you, Adele.